Hey guys, Mathan here on my Mercenary Healing Spec. Alright, so that's Bodyguard. Let me run you through what I do. It's a 3880. Alright, here in the Arsenal spec, do the extra Culto Missile healing, 20%, which is a big deal considering you spam Culto Missile as much as you can. Aim, increased by 9%. Big deal because that's your main stat. And then here for combat cylinder support, increases tech critical chance by 3%. As you can see on my tune for tech. Oh man. Something's up with that. Should say 25 right about there. Okay. Anyways, I'll go on. So for the 38 bodyguard spec, I'll show you what I don't spec. Don't spec a critical reaction, just because alacrity, I mean, as a mercenary, you're either going to get interrupted or you're not. So I'm not too worried about alacrity, actually. As you can see here, normally some people spec system calibrations, I do not. So I don't waste my time there either. I also do not spec into Peacekeeper. Other than that, I spec into everything else. The big deals here, supercharged gas, you'll use that once you get 30 charges. As you can see, if I change my cylinder here, so here I've got 3 charges, 6 charges. You'll get 3 charges for using rapid shots on yourself or somebody else, and you'll get 6 charges for using rapid scan on yourself or somebody else. So I'm using rapid scan. See, that goes from 9 to 15. Alright, so the big deal here is that really helps out once you hit 30. I'll just go ahead and show you. So I'm at 30. Alright, so I use my AoE heal, which is Culto Missile. It's healing over time, but that's pretty much all it does. It increases my healing received. I think it's by 5%. So here I'll use supercharged gas to include it here. Now you'll see that I have damage retaken or damage reduced. It increases or it gives me a shield, as you'll just read here, the bottom line. Places a shield on the target, reducing damage taken by 5%. It also reduces the cooldown of healing scan by 100%, so as long as you see that supercharged gas is active, you can use healing scan on everybody, as many times as you want. And healing scan uses proactive medicine, which gives you periodic healing, and an armor buff. Here's the armor buff, 10% armor while it's active, and proactive medicine heals the target for an additional about 1200 over 9 seconds. So it gives you a little additional healing, and it helps the target be more survivable, which is a win-win overall. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory if you play the Mercenary Healer. Culto Shell, it'll heal you for 9 charges, and now after 2.6 you can put it on everybody instead of just one target. Alright, so that's how I run my healing spec. Now I kind of get into the nitty gritty, my rotation. Rotation includes, while we're waiting in a PvP match, I will go ahead and make sure I get my 30 supercharged. Alright, and I will also put a Culto Shell on every single person. After that, we'll run down. What you want to do is you want to spam Culto Missile as much as you can. So if a bunch of people jump down or you get into a good fight, that's where you will immediately use supercharged gas followed by Culto Missile. And then you will continue to use healing scan until your Culto Missile's ready to use again. Culto Missile, healing scan again. And remember that healing scan, it gives you the periodic healing, the armor buff, but it also reduces the cost of your rapid scan by, well, let's find out. Reduces it by 7. So or from 8. So it goes from 25 to 17, which is actually a really big deal to help your heat degeneration. If you're in a bind and you really need to heal fast, I save my power surge along with thermal sensor override. So I use those two, and then I'll immediately use a rapid scan. Again, you want to use your Koto missile whenever you can. You want to try to get your supercharged gas as much as you can. So in between heals, try to use your rapid shots on yourself or on someone else. You want to make sure Koto shell is always active on everyone around. If they still have 4 or 5 charges, don't waste your heat on it. Let that diminish before you refresh them. But healing scan, you always want to use healing scan before rapid shots whenever possible, because you get the armor buff, periodic healing, and it decreases the heat cost by 8. So it's a win-win-win, if you will. Alright, so next I'll probably go into a couple PvP matches to show y'all what I do or how it's run. Oh, also another thing I do, I spec a power shield, because as you know, as a mercenary healer, you will get interrupted. This helps minimize the interruptions for what it lasts 12 seconds. It helps you be more survivable, and it gets rid of all the interruptions. So you can use a good TTP is to use supercharged gas, Koto missile, then use the energy shield, and then follow that with your healing scan on all your battles. And then Koto missile whenever you can again, followed by rapid scan whenever you have this critical efficiency buff. Alright, I hope y'all enjoyed. I'll see you on a PvP match.